Theft of Fire. This is a new book by a new author whose name is Devon Ericksen. This is a book that I'm seeing spread like wildfire because I am seeing it everywhere. So, Theft of Fire spreading like wildfire? Coincidence? I think not. The reason why I know of this book is really because of Christine Erickson, who is marketing the hell out of this book, and I have to commend her on that. She's giving these traditional publishers out there a run for their money. One thing that stuck out to me before reading this book was that a lot of people are enjoying it. Billionaires included. Really, I am not joking here. Now, did I know who these people were before, checking out this book and making this review? No, I did not. But these people are still singing high praises about this book to their hundreds and thousands of followers on their social media profiles. Theft of Fire? More like theft of billionaires' hearts.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Now, I am not saying just because certain people like this book that it necessarily makes it good. It does help to get eyes on the book, though. That is for sure, and it doesn't hurt. So getting to the thumbnail of this video, did Elon Musk actually read Theft of Fire? No. Maybe. I don't know. Anything is possible. So was it clickbait using his face on the thumbnail? I mean, maybe, but Tesla is a component or an element within this story, so it still works. Okay, so now that we established that billionaires are loving this book, and average Joes like you and me are also loving this book, the million, or should I say the billion-dollar question is, why? Why is this book blowing up? How is Christine Erickson sending this book to the moon? Is this book actually good? I set off to answer this question, so you know what I did. I sat my butt in that chair back here, and I opened this book and I read this book. Now I have thoughts. The Fire is a sci-fi space opera that takes place in the distant future, but not so distant to where things do not feel unfamiliar. There's still a lot of things that hold root to you in today's age. This is the story of an asteroid miner who is on the financial brink of zilch, who is just trying to get through the day, make ends meet, but his whole world is turned upside down when something happens. And that something happens is when a super beautiful but super genetically modified woman is making a sandwich on his spaceship. Now this is where the story starts, and we go down so many more paths from here. So I read this book a lot quicker than I usually do. So is that a good sign? Well, yes. Yes, it is, because I loved it. There was really just so much that I enjoyed out of this story. Action, humor, relatable characters, really cool technology, and of course a mystery that involves a heist type of operation. All of this was wrapped into a really fun, enjoyable plot that really just felt like a movie to me. I was able to picture so many scenes in this book really vividly in my head. The plot, the characters, and the action really come first to me when talking about this book compared to hard sci-fi elements. This does not mean that there are no hard sci-fi elements found within the story, because there are, especially when it deals with technology and how that certain thing works. In some scenes, we do go into the technical details on how a spaceship works, and how to get it fixed and how it functions, and also how to restore certain things. Plus, we have some really cool technology aspects in this book that really give me cyberpunk type of vibes in terms of neural links, AI, holograms, drones, and more. Also, humans have come to the point where we can modify ourselves down to the cell level, where literally we can change the scent of our sweat. So if you want your sweat to smell like peanut butter, you can do that in this universe.
Yeah.
I also didn't even mention this yet, but there's also a little sprinkle of alien technology. And this little bit of alien tech sparked a whole new boom, a whole new technical wave of innovation for humans. Now, outside of the cool tech and the really interesting AI that I didn't even talk about, and outside of the plot, the thing that I enjoyed probably the most out of this was the human element found within this story. There was a huge focus on making these characters feel real, which is probably why it felt like a movie to me. I mean, you were right there with these characters who felt real, that also had real complex emotions. There is backstory laid out through the entire read that gives you a little bit more context into what these characters' motivations are and what their goals are too. Relationships are built on the exchange of conversation. Conversations can be negative or positive. Well, in this story, we get a little bit of both. A lot of negative and then some positive. And it was really fun to see these relationships grow through conversation when they came across physical conflicts and also emotional conflicts as well. So if I had to compare Theft of Fire to another book out there, it would be Leviathan Wakes in the Expanse series. And it's not just because they both take place in space, okay? Both are very character driven, with scenes of just pure chaotic action with a pinch of humor. Okay, maybe more of like a handful. So do I think that this book will be put on a pedestal, similar to Hyperion or Dune, in terms of being hailed as one of the best books in the sci-fi genre? No, I don't think so, but that's not a bad thing. Why are we reading in the first place? It's to be entertained, to fall in a story and be swept away. Theft of Fire did exactly that for me, where it swept me away in a really fun and engaging story that I cannot wait for book number 2 because I need to see what happens next. So overall, I give this book a 4.5 out of 5 stars, and I highly recommend it. Now, there's a lot more that I can go into in this book for sure, and let me know down below if you've read this just yet. Also, be on the lookout for an upcoming interview where I'm going to be talking with Devon Ericksen here on the channel sometime in late April, towards the tail end. So if you're an average Joe like me, I think you'll have a good time. If you're a billionaire, I think you'll also have a good time, which is evident by everyone praising this book so far today. So comment down below with a money sign emoji if you had a good time watching this video. And for sticking around this long, you've earned 1 XP token, and if you're already a subscriber, you get an extra XP token. So here you go. Have a good one, keep reading, peace.